The Oilers just pulled off a historic comeback, and this Stanley Cup Finals is unreal. If you told the Panthers that they would outscore the Oilers 9-1 in the first 4 periods of games 3 and 4, they would have taken that 100 times out of 100 and no doubt assumed that they were going back to Edmonton with a 3-1 series lead. Coming into this game, teams in the Stanley Cup Finals were 37-0 when leading 3-0 or greater. That streak is now gone, and though it's on brand for Edmonton, it doesn't make it any less insane. Honestly, right after, I couldn't help but rewind to Game 4 of Edmonton versus LA and think to myself how the Kings had the opportunity to give the Oilers the kill shot that night, and they let them off the hook. They weren't able to do it. That's exactly what happened to the Panthers tonight. They had the Oilers dead to rights, and they were in the driver's seat for this series, about to go up 3-1. But the Oilers did what the Oilers do, and they did not give up. Now, this shouldn't make Florida any less confident about their chances to win the Cup, but this loss, in my opinion, was way more demoralizing than the 6-1 loss for Edmonton in Game 3. There's just something about blowing a game that you had in the bag versus getting destroyed in a game that you never really felt like you had a chance in. A blowout loss, especially to a team that you know you're equally as good as, is way easier to toss out. But a close one like tonight that you had sticks with you for much longer. Overall, this series as a whole has already cemented itself as one of the best championship series in any sport in the 21st century. If I was a sportsbook, I'd just be setting every game at -100 for both teams because they feel dead even. At this point, things that usually feel like they matter do not. Home ice has not played a role. Scoring first, which mattered in the first 3 games, was debunked tonight. And winning a game when leading after the first period, which was a hallmark for both these teams throughout the playoffs, well, now the teams that were leading after the first period have lost 3 of 4. This series is 2-2, but it could just as easily be 3-1 Edmonton or 4-0 Florida. We are watching peak hockey, and if you're a sports fan that's not watching this, you are missing out.